Margaret Ann Windsor, and this is the third tape I'm putting up. I just put two up, and I've been telling about my kidnapping and writing about mind control murders, and I was flown out to Larry Flint's. I say that because people can relate to Mr. Flint. They know that he was shot, and in Hustler, I put this on other, I'm not going to get it out right now. I can't give enough background on a 8-minute video. But in Hustler that I've put up on almost all the other, he was shot, Larry Flint. And while I was doing the book in Marietta, Georgia, he was shot in Lawrenceville. His attorney was killed, and the person was programmed to shoot him and kill his attorney. So I was flown out to his place during the campaign to replace one of the doctors, Congressman Larry McDonald, and that I'd written about in the book. The book didn't get published because they put antifreeze in the April Fool Day of '80. So this just is an ongoing. I had a letter from the FBI, June the 23rd of '79. Ongoing investigation, national security involved. So I've had names. I've worked for the district attorney, and then I was just thrown out on the side of the road, going to D.C., trying to get something done. And then I was flown out to Flint's and later found out about my kidnapping and who I really am, my name, and that's why it all happened. So the part about what they've done with me and destroyed my life every step of the way, but using chemicals on me like toxic. You can get to a maintenance man. You can get to, like, the Patels. I quote him, Patel, back in November '95 when they come in, and I lost a month's, I lost everything I had because I had no place to go and had to leave, and I'd done nothing wrong. I paid him a month's rent, and he's going to come in and renovate. This is how they move me, with chemicals. Or they put it in the apartment. I have no problem. I go to my doctors. I go anywhere. I have no problem. It's where I live that they control and make me so sick. My immune system attacks itself. The inflammation tears down your kidneys, your liver, your heart, and your life is hell, where it should have been at least normal. I could go through life normal, not a cripple like they've made me. And I can't the things they've done to me in plain sight are sick. But anyway, they've done it here. I've been here 5 months. I have nowhere to go, but I can tell you now, my rent's paid till Saturday, and I don't know where I go. But God help if this is ever told to the world. The media is forced to tell it, because nobody has the right to do any of this stuff to me. It involves every right in the book: assault, fraud. And I'll say this, when I first came to Roanoke, I was trying to get somebody to do something about the crimes that had been committed against me. I went in downtown Roanoke, and that's across from Channel 10 there. And yes, they all know this, the TV news media, the ABC in Rockefeller Plaza, all of them know it. But I went in there, and I told her what I wanted, and she sent me somewhere else. When I came back, there was only about 2 or 3 that clerking in that small law office there in the courthouse. They'd walked out deliberately, which is odd. They'd left a little message sticker on in the open law book, and it was to me. And it said, under the guise of Virginia state law statute, and it was 42 now. Whether things have changed, I don't know. But that was what was on it. It's under the color of state law. They can commit crimes, and that goes into the federal government. Well, hell, they can do anything to me. They have, believe me, and to my sons. So, it's been a hell in trying to tell people about the mind control murders. I've got nothing out of this. I wanted some justice somewhere along the line for my kidnapping, my parents, what happened to them, my children, my country. And, it's a joke. It's because I'm British. My mother was an American, just like Grace Kelly. Princess Grace Kelly. You don't know about my mother because the United States installed Elizabeth and George VI and took down my father and kidnapped me. I'm Victoria II. I didn't sign any treaties. I didn't even know about my birth until late '83. But here, someone, by the way, I hope, well, I don't know how I could get all these people. I'm going to quit apologizing. These people hid my birth. And by the way, this is a glossed over photo. If you ever have heard of one, this place, it got just a piece of the building over here. It was a shack, a pigsty. These cars don't belong there. They had to have brought the cars in, gussied up everyone. They would never look like this. And this is me in that family. And I remember when this was made, and I asked this person, I thought he was a cousin growing up. I asked him, and he sent me this, and I can remember them trying to make me get into the photo, and I was running off. Oh, it's very vivid. And I was saying, I don't belong in this family. Well, they made me, they put me there. This is a woman killed her twins. They gave me the name of the dead twin. She killed both of them. They were born out of wedlock, and the family covered it up. So I'm just going to show a couple other things. That was a pigsty. This is me, and I haven't seen any of these or even talked to this person until recently that sent these to me. This is him and me when I was, I don't know what year, but this is me. And this is a photo of me later in high school. And so I guess I'm just going to show back to the family again. I thought it was kind of cute. He didn't mean it as anything, I don't think, being mean. But he sent me the Dempsey genealogy sheet. Like, I'm not even listed on my genealogy sheet. My dad's, this is Edward VIII, my father, who was illegally taken down. He didn't marry Wallace Simpson. This was a double, and they put a 99-year seal on the crimes, the Illuminati, and my kidnapping when they brought me over here to Moulton. And this is the O'Keefe genealogy. This is my mom, Claudia Ruth, the baby here, and this is my Aunt Georgia, the artist. So the thing that I wanted to impress, too, is that when someone, you withhold information on mind control murders, that's withholding evidence that belongs to the defendant, because you're prosecuting a person who's a victim themselves. And by the way, they're under mind control. They don't even know how to deal with it. They don't even know that it's happened to them. But I wanted to mention here, with the Cosby thing, his wife stepping in now saying, is Cosby a victim? I'm not going to say, because I don't know how in the hell he could be a victim in all this. But in my book, I wrote about medical malpractice, and part of it was murdering patients and programming and all this, but part of it was psychiatrists who raped their patients. And yes, it's rape, and it should be brought before the whole world, and that's what I was trying to do. I didn't know about being kidnapped and all this. I am going to mention his name because there was a gag order put on a suit back then in '75, and it's Victor Rudolph Gonzalez. And I Googled not long ago, he's still in practice. He's like 77 years old. His son's a doctor there. He's a child psychiatrist. And this man has raped, and yes, it can be proven. I'm just wondering how many people he raped. He told me he killed Cindy, who was a 12-year-old patient of his. He was threatening me, and I had seen her. And Eastern Airline, I had seen her. Real cute girl. He's supposed to have killed her because she was telling about him raping her. And then there's Kathy that was sent up there by a colleague of his. He finished school at the University of Louisiana and got his psychiatric degree. And I saw them on the floor having sex. And I wonder if his friend that sent, it was her, Kathy's, his daughter, if he knew that Gonzalez was raping him. He was diagnosed as a psychopath. He's a child psychiatrist, He was at the Kennedy. Not Kennedy helped kill me, but this man was interning at Parkland.